anybody else's hands, this is a microphone. In my hands, it's a pipe bomb. Pipe bomb. Pipe bomb. Pipe bomb. Pipe.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Is Tony Khan the master of the wrestling universe? What do you guys think? I think the perception of the fans, at least the hardcores, seems that way. The casuals don't really matter because it doesn't matter to them. The hardcore fans, that's who it matters to. Everyone keeps talking about, oh, well, WWE has the casual fan and they make so much money and they make so much views, or they get so many ratings, whatever. They don't realize that AEW is getting back all the people that stopped watching. They're getting the diehards, which are the ones that you want.
What a story, Mark.
Not the casual. Casual ones help as well, don't get me wrong. But you want the diehards on your side. Because the diehards are the ones that are going to be buying all the merch and being online, talking and hashtagging. The diehards are the ones that care and invest themselves into the storylines, into the performers. The casuals just watch because it's on TV. And they like certain people. But it's the diehards at the core of it that really keep this shit running. Like, when I was a kid, I didn't have cable. So I couldn't watch wrestling on Monday nights at my house. But my grandmother had cable. So I would have my parents drive me to my grandmother's house every Monday just to watch wrestling. Now that's a diehard. I'm not as invested anymore, granted, but I still like it and I still pay attention and I still am invested.
What a story, Mark.
Would a casual fan do that? Probably not. Let's face it, the casual fans aren't the ones that are chanting CM Punk for 7 years in arenas that they know he's not even in. Those aren't the casuals. And those are the people that AEW were pulling in. So it's not unreasonable to think that they are gonna be the place to be at. More so than WWE. Change my mind. And then you got a lot of people out there talking about, oh, well, they're just like WCW, a billionaire who's just hiring everybody. I don't see it that way. I see it as they're bringing in the right people, not just everybody. Because they had a chance to bring in Cardona. They had him show up 4 or 5 times. Never gave him a contract. They had a chance to sign Juventud Guerrera. I know, funny. But they're bringing in the people with the name value that are still good and relevant. At least that's how I see it. They had a couple misses with like the Sean Spears, but they don't try to push him in a main event spot. It's not like they're bringing in these people and they're just throwing them right into the main event. They did with CM Punk. But they're basing their whole show around that guy, basically. But other than that, they used them pretty well. They're kind of they are slowing down a little bit. You can tell that having those veterans there, like the Mark Henrys and Big Shows, is working to the advantage. Because they're slowing down a little bit. And I think that's why they had Billy Gunn turn heel on Paul White. Because they're going to start introducing the more slower paced, old school, not so much sport entertainer, but elements of it into their matches. That's why they're starting that feud with Big Show and Billy Gunn, to like slow it down a little bit. Probably like a live seminar, so to speak. And then Punk, he's gonna work a slower pace than Darby. Not a crazy slower pace, but he ain't gonna be doing no coffin drops. The only coffin drops that CM Punk is going to be doing it all out is the one to his babyface persona. I think he's turning heel. And that's why he's dropping little clues and hints to it in his promos, how he's going to soak it in. And it's crazy because I did kind of predict that like 3 days before he even came out and said it. I think he's going to turn heel. I don't know if they're going to use that to introduce Bryan or Adam Cole or anybody of that ilk. I don't know if they're going to use that to introduce anybody. But I think they're going to turn him heel because we don't see it coming. We wouldn't see it coming. There's no way they would turn him heel that soon, right? Oh. Maybe like he said, he's soaking it in because soon it's going to wear thin because he's going to turn heel. And he's going to stop coming out to Cult of Personality. I don't know what he's going to come out to. But it won't be a Cult of Personality because that's babyface Punk. I'm telling you. I think they're turning him heel. Only because all the names he was mentioning that he wanted to have matches with, they're all babyface. What's the point of having babyface versus babyface? I think he's gonna turn heel. And he's gonna start cutting scathing promos on everybody. And then that way all the baby faces have a big marquee named heel to chase after. And then maybe a Daniel Bryan debuts. And then maybe an Adam Cole debuts to chase that big bad marquee heel. How do you combat big named marquee heel? You get a big named marquee babyface. I don't know. Seems logical. I'm curious to know what you guys think in the comments section below, so let me know. I'm responding to everybody. And once again, all day, every day, it's hashtag push it to the limit for Miro. Try to get that as his theme song. Let's go, Tony Khan. You're already the master of the universe. You already have the power. You're already licensing music. Let's get it. Because you're promising a giant, historic, all-out event. No pun intended. Well, all pun intended, actually. I'm thinking, these are my predictions for All Out. The major ones, at least. Jericho wins by the skin of his teeth. I think CM Punk is going to beat Darby Allin and turn heel. I think there's going to be a ton of debuts. Probably a Ruby Soho, The Inspiration, Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson, Adam Cole possibly. So there's going to be that. And then I think that Christian will not win Kenny Omega, but I don't think it'll lose clean. I think it'll be some sort of commotion at the end. I think that's it. Those are my predictions. So you're going to see a ton of debuts, no title changes, and CM Punk turns heel. What do you guys think? You think he's turning heel soon? Or am I crazy? I also think, obviously not at All Out, but I think Charlotte Flair might be trying to get fired so she can go to AEW, come in as Ashley Flair, and her first shirt is going to be Elite AF. It's all just so perfect, you can't even write it. Elite AF. I just wanted to get that final prediction out there. I know that one's not going to be on All Out, but I just want to be the first one to predict that one. Charlotte Flair is going to show up in All Elite Wrestling as Ashley Flair, and her shirt is going to say Elite AF. You guys like the video? good, bad, or indifferent, like, comment,